We made it out here to the commercial property. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are here at the original Goon Squad garage. Although it might not look like it because we chopped a bunch of trees down, mowed the grass super low, and we organized all the cars right there. But you know what? I can assure you this is the original Goon Squad garage here. But today what we're gonna do is continue working on our 1967 Chevrolet Camaro SS, which we got that sucker completely prepared for the paint booth. Got that sucker completely wet sanded, right?
Yeah, dude, it's 100%. We fixed all the little nicks and stuff that we had to fix, and we actually got the front bumpers and the rear bumper sanded in the cowl. This thing is ready to go. It's 100%. We can go ahead and load it up on the trailer and technically head that way, dude.
Well, there is actually a few little things that we got to wet sand where we prime, but that's gonna take like 5 seconds to do here and there. And also we got to run to the paint store, right?
Yeah, we got to run to the paint store and probably grab another gallon of paint because we are completely out. We used all of it up. Heck, we may even need to grab like a gallon and a half. Who knows?
It's always best to have more than not enough, because I know when you get to that stage and you're looking at the paint just drain and you're like, oh no.
It gets pretty scary, you know? And we don't want to run into an issue where we don't have enough paint on the body panels, because that's what we kind of ran into. We want to make sure this is the only time we paint this thing, so we may end up getting a gallon and a half and also some clear coat.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the very first thing that we're going to start with, is actually running to the paint store, grabbing all the supplies that we need. And we need to be on our toes, moving pretty fast, because I think the rain is going to, it's already raining right now.
Yeah.
But we don't want it to start monsooning out here.
As long as it's raining like this, it'll be all right. And also, we kind of need to paint this thing tonight because I believe the paint booth is getting used tomorrow. So we kind of have to be pretty quick on this.
That's right. We have no choice but to get this whole entire thing painted, which I like that, because we can't be like feeling a little bit lazy here.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
We gotta be on our toes, and it's a good thing that we're painting this car how it is right here, because it's gonna be a lot less hanging of parts. All we got is just those little bumpers right there, and that should be pretty simple for the most part.
Man, this is about to be some super exciting stuff. Seeing this thing all one color, but you know what? We got a good bit of work on our hands right now. So I say we go ahead, hop into the Raptor, run to the paint store, grab what we need, get back over here, load this sucker up on a trailer, and head towards the paint booth. Alrighty guys, so we are finally back from the paint store with everything that we need. First things first, we grabbed our most important thing, the paint. We got a gallon and 1/4 of that, which should be plenty, dude.
Yeah, it should be plenty. And also we grabbed some brand new clear coat, some stuff that we haven't used, but it should be just like the Nason that we're used to, so no big deal there. And also we picked up a big old flashlight. That way we can actually see what we're painting this time, dude.
Not only did we pick up a big old flashlight, we also picked up a big old pizza, which we ate. That way we can just keep going throughout the whole entire afternoon. And we're gonna try to break some records here. We're gonna try to paint this whole entire car before it gets too dark. I know we always try to speed through this, but we're gonna be speeding but still go for the quality results.
Yeah, definitely.
As well,
I mean, we should at least take this thing up in about an hour or so. And then after that, the rest is history. We'll just start spraying stuff down. And we got the right tips for our little 3M new gun, so now we can finally use it with the proper tips and see what we can do, dude.
So we grabbed a few other extra things from the paint store that we were missing as well, but for the most part, I think we got everything. We got everything loaded up in both of these trucks here, and also I think we're gonna get Pops to come out there, because you noticed that we loaded this sucker up just by using brute force muscle. You know, you got to use muscle on muscle cars, man.
Yeah, and it was pretty light.
It was.
For the most part, I thought it was going to be a lot heavier. That sucker just rolled up on there, and Pops is going to come out to the paint booth. That way he can help us push it in as well. And then I think that's pretty much it, dude.
That's pretty much it. The rain stopped, so we got to go ahead to go head that way, basically, and I don't think the inside of the car will get too wet. And on top of that, there is a car inside the paint booth, but I think we'll just pull that sucker out. I think we got to untape it as well.
That's fine. We'll just
no big deal.
help somebody untape it, pull it out, and then we'll pull ours.
Yes,
in
sir.
there.
So I guess let's just go ahead and head that way and get this sucker inside the paint booth. Alrighty guys, so we are here at the paint booth with the 67 Camaro already pushed inside of here, taped off, and even wax and grease removed, and we're just moving right along. I mean, we're ready to go ahead and start spraying sealer, and I already mixed it up, dude. I'm telling you, we are ahead of schedule right here, but you know what? This thing wasn't too difficult to wrap up. We just had a couple windows or whatnot, and then we stuffed some paper right there, the tank, covered that sucker up, and look at what we threw on the wheels.
Yeah, we threw these little wheel covers on that were in here. We normally just tape everything up, but since we're getting new wheels, and on top of that, we don't really worry about the overspray up underneath it because we're gonna have some new parts, and on top of that, we're gonna have some rubberized coating and stuff like that. So not a big deal. Got the bumpers set up right here with the spoiler. Got the cowl up front on that stand over here. Walk around here, man. Look how neatly this thing is taped up. Perfect job on the foam tape, the hood over here, the front end. And one thing I do want to mention, we did see some comments about this hood right here. Not a lot of people are liking it. There's people that don't like it, and there's people that like it. So I mean, for the most part, we did our research. We tried to find another hood that some of you guys would like. There's really not much options. There's the original hood, which looks pretty cool. It has a little vent here and there, but this thing just looks the best out of all of them, dude.
I think so, dude. This is kind of what makes this Camaro look even more aggressive up front here. There was a carbon fiber one in this exact style right here, but I think a blue hood would look so much better, dude.
A lot more like a classic car. And on top of that, we're going to have a bigger engine, so we need that bigger hood right there. And honestly, we're not too worried about it because we're mainly worried about the engine, dude.
I'm telling you, once that engine is in there, you're not going to worry about none of the looks,
dude. We're going to run in without the hood, dude.
There you go, dude. But that's what we're going to do with the hood. We're just going to keep that right there because
we'll paint it and see what it looks like. I think it's going to look absolutely amazing. And I mean, that's pretty much it, dude. Everything is nicely set up with the way everything is right here. I mean, we're ready. We're ready to close down this booth, go ahead, tack cloth everything, spray some sealer down. We're going to just spray it on the hood and, of course, the roof and all these other little parts. And that's pretty much it. Not too much sealer. Then we're going to be ready for some base coat.
Alrighty guys, so quick little update. We just got done throwing a couple coats of base, probably around like 5 coats, so we're getting some pretty dang good coverage. And all we got left is just one more cup of base coat, which is gonna allow us to do the 2 final mist coats. Hopefully all the metallics go down nice. What do you think about the coverage so far, dude?
I mean, the coverage is pretty good. I'm almost wishing we would have grabbed 2 gallons of paint instead of 1.5 gallons because we are already running out, and I kind of want to do a little bit more coats, dude.
But right now what we're focusing on is actually just the body. There is a few other panels that we're just not throwing
the bumpers and stuff.
The bumpers, yeah, we're not throwing as much paint because we could always paint that stuff a little bit separate if it looks a little bit cloudy. But I think the body is the most important thing, and we're just getting some great coverage. And I think we're a little bit behind schedule.
Yeah, we're a little bit behind schedule. You know what? That's just part of painting, and it just depends on what you're painting and what kind of paint you're using.
Yeah, exactly. You think you're gonna get in there and just fly, but you know what? Paint has a different thing on its mind, so kind of slowing us down. But you know what? We're still getting this job done, and this is what's important. That 67 Camaro paint job, it's gonna turn out flawless, I think, personally. But as right now, say we go ahead, hop back in there, throw those last 2 final coats, mix up some clear coat, get this sucker slicked in. Alrighty guys, so it is actually the next day here, and just take a look at this paint job right here. It is not finished, and we actually have a really good reason why we did not throw clear. So we ended up throwing the rest of our base coat, the whole entire 1 gallon in 1 quart, and we got it looking pretty dang good. We got some amazing coverage, but when you turn this sucker on right here and you get real close, you can still see a little bit of clouds here and there. And we definitely did not want to throw clear, because once you throw down clear, dude, this sucker is locked in and there's no going back. So we decided to actually go ahead and not throw clear last night. And this morning we picked up some more paint, 2 more coats or 2 more quarts. That's going to give us roughly around 2 more coats, or maybe 3 coats, something like that. And you're probably not going to be able to see it on camera, but when you look real closely with the actual eye, you can see a little bit of clouds here and there. And we just want to get this paint job looking flawless, because the whole time we're working, we're thinking like, dude, we pull up to a classic car meet and people start looking at this thing, they're going to start laughing at us. We can't have that right there.
You got to make sure the paint is as perfect as possible. I mean, we tried everything that we could. I've been doing research in between coats, trying to figure a few things out, how to spray it and whatnot. And actually been spraying some dry coats on this thing, just misting it. That way it covers as best as possible, because not only clouds, we got a little bit of lines, and I think it's from the humidity, because it's super humid, especially with all the rains that we've been having, and we kind of got a little bit of rough patches here and there, so I'm just sanding them out like around the car and stuff like
exactly. Yeah, we're just trying to get this paint job looking flawless. So a lot of times you're really not supposed to let the base, I guess, dry for too long, but I really don't think it should matter too much.
I mean, we've done it before. It's really not that big of a deal. I mean, since we're spraying some more base on this, I think we'll be all right.
Yeah, I think we'll be good. And you know what? I just realized this, man. We had almost the same issue with another Camaro. Do you remember the Z01?
That's what I was saying, dude. I think just we have no luck with Camaro paint jobs.
But you know what? They actually end up turning out flawless in the really end.
Yeah, at the end, after everything, they turn out the best, dude.
Yeah, so this kind of took a little wild turn, but you know what? I think we're still going to get it knocked out, get it looking flawless. So right now, I say we go ahead, sand out the rest of all these rough patches, throw the rest of our base coat, and then we're going to mix up some clear coat and get this sucker slick.
turned out pretty dang good, dude.
Oh my goodness, after all that work right there, we finally got this sucker looking right, dude.
Oh yeah, through like 3 coats of clear coat, some pretty thick coats. That way we can buff it out because there is some trash throughout the paint, and buffing's always the perfect thing to do on a classic car like we mentioned before. You just want to sit there and buff it on the weekend. We got enough clear coat to do that, dude.
This looks super good. We got everything painted properly. We actually like threw clear coat separate, like, so we focused on the body because it's super hot today and it was drying quick.
Yeah, as soon as I got finished with one coat, you were mixing it and we were pouring in another coat and spraying it down. We sprayed 3 coats consistently and without no problems, hopefully, dude.
Yeah, I think it's good. I mean, everything turned out really nice. There's like not too much orange peel. There's just a little bit of trash here and there, but all that stuff will buff clean out, and dang. Dude,
that looks sharp, man.
That looks dang good,
that
dude.
Looks dang good. Now that the hood's all one color, I just can't wait to put it out in the sunlight to see what it really looks like. That's going to tell us exactly what this paint color is going to look like. But, dude, for the most part, dude, I'm happy with it. It was a lot of work, but we got it knocked out.
Definitely,
dude.
man. I can't wait to actually pull it out in the sun like you were saying, too. That's where it really just brightens up, looks super good. In the paint booth, you're not going to really get that full effect. Let me get this angle right quick.
Yeah, but you get that dark blue effect in the paint booth, which looks really good.
Man, that looks sick right there. But what we're about to do is actually just leave this sucker in here for a couple of hours. And we're probably just going to go back to the original Goon Squad garage. Or actually, I think we're going to go to the commercial property.
Yeah, the commercial property. I think we got to help pop out with a little bit of things. I think the layout before the concrete comes in, we got to lay a few things out, straighten a few things up, make sure everything is proper. That way we get the concrete, the certain height and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. We'll do a little bit of explaining probably when we get out there. But as of right now, dude, I think we're just going to leave this sucker here and pick it up probably in a couple hours,
Yeah,
right?
in a couple hours after we finish up over there at the new property, we're probably going to go ahead and pick up the trailer, and then this thing should be ready to go. I mean, already I can go ahead and touch this, and it's already dry. Pretty much going to be fully cured by the time we come pick it up, dude.
Heck yeah, I'm so happy how this actually turned out. The roof is super slick too. Look at that.
Dude, it's slick, man.
Dude, I can't wait to see it out in the sunlight, but that'll be this afternoon. So right now, what do you say, dude?
Dude, let's just go ahead, hop back inside the truck, shut everything down, and go to the commercial property.
Alright, so we made it out here to the commercial property and we're just getting a little grasp of what's going on out here. And Pops has actually been out here for a couple of weeks. He's basically been the supervisor, just watching everything go down. And he has been straightening out all this gravel over here. So that's exactly why we're out here. We got to straighten this gravel out perfectly. And if you get a little closer over here, we're going to show you exactly how deep this concrete is going to be. It's basically supposed to be 4 inches of concrete, exactly where like that L shape on that block is. That's how tall we want that.
Minimal, yeah, the minimal is 4 inches. The rest could be up to 6 inches in some areas. But as you can tell, this is how far down we need to take this gravel. And I think we just got a little bit too much gravel in some areas. So that's exactly what we're doing with this line. We're seeing how much we need to take down. And by the looks of it, we may have to bring in the skid steer. Definitely. Because there's certain spots like this spot where there's just too much gravel.
Dude, even if we had 100 rakes, we wouldn't be able to get this job done as fast as the skid steer. Or if we had 100 people.
Hey, if you had 100 people perfectly
you can get
line,
it knocked out.
You can get it probably perfect, dude.
That'd be insane. But we actually got to probably take a lot of this gravel out of here because it's unnecessary, and we'd rather not have that concrete cracking because we're gonna have some pretty heavy stuff out here. You know what I mean?
We'd rather have thicker concrete than thicker gravel, dude.
Exactly. Yeah. So we're probably not gonna be able to do that in today's video or today. We're probably gonna actually bring in the skid steer maybe tomorrow because tomorrow's Saturday.
Yeah.
And we'll just get this all knocked out because we do have concrete scheduled for next week. So we're moving pretty quick right now on this thing.
And once we straighten all this out, we're gonna be putting some rebar in here, or that little like metal net thing that's for concrete.
It's called grid or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And after that, then they're gonna pour it in and stuff like that. As you can tell back
Plumbing's
there, we
knocked
already
out.
got plumbing, and electrical wires going through the ground and stuff like that. So we got some good stuff going, dude.
Exactly, yeah. We also got to probably build a nice little fence. So that's probably something that we're going to do by ourselves, is build like, what, a 10-foot tall fence or something like that for
10,
a
20,
privacy fence?
30 foot, whatever.
Dude, that's going to be awesome right there. But that's going to be pretty much it for this property. For the commercial property, Pops, are you going to continue working out here, or are you just going to go get the skid steer and continue tomorrow maybe or something like that?
Maybe because for hand too hard, you know.
Yes.
Too much working with it.
Yeah, definitely. That is a lot of work.
Hand, you know.
Manual labor. Yeah, so I think what we're gonna do right now is actually probably go pick up the car, because it looks like the clouds are just rolling in, and we definitely don't want to get that any rain on that fresh paint.
We don't want it to like soak it up. If it starts sprinkling, it's all right. We just want to get it to the house as soon as possible.
Exactly.
And that's probably what we're gonna do right now, right?
And we already picked up the F450 with the trailer, so just straight from here, we're gonna head there, pick the car up, and just bring it back to the original Goon Squad garage. Alrighty guys, so there you have it. We finally got the 1967 Chevrolet Camaro completely painted and back here at the house, where we're gonna start putting in that engine, dude. What do you say about that?
Dude,
right
I
there,
say, or we got that special something that we've been talking about that we haven't even showed because we're so busy, but I think that's definitely gonna appear in the next video,
Yes, sir, dude. Here soon, things are about to get even more wild than that paint job right there. But for the most part, that just turned out absolutely amazing. I can't wait to start piecing this thing together. But more importantly, that motor, dude. That motor swap, the wiring harness, the custom wiring harness, get that sucker started up, order a few custom pieces like the drive shaft, attach it to that rear axle right there, and pop some wheelies,
Dude,
man.
you got whatever you said sounds about right to me, dude.
But that's gonna be pretty much it for today's video. We're super happy with the amount of progress that we already made right now. But you know what? You guys are gonna have to stay tuned for the next one to see what happens. And also make sure your post notifications are on. And if you want an inside scoop before YouTube, definitely give us a follow on Instagram at Goon Squad. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Be sure to drop your comments and thoughts down below. And we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.